Sucking on my own dick. Yeah, you know I'm sucking on my own dick. Sucking on my dick. Everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our own dicks. Everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our dicks. Yeah, you know I'm sucking on my dicks.
All right, we're recording. Coward Hour. I don't know what number. Dude, I rewatched An Open Secret
Yeah.
this week, and boy, am I fucking charged up.
Yes.
I am. Put that. Stop texting bays.
Listen to me. I've got a bay on my case right now, dude.
Yeah, you got to shake that bay.
Here's the problem. I made plans with this girl. I don't want to interrupt your open secret story. I'm sorry.
No, go on.
Well, I made plans with this girl. I imagine that Hinge has. Oh my God, it's opened my eyes. Can I tell you that Hinge has been a turning point in my life? I feel beautiful again. It's true.
People have been talking up Hinge to me.
You're on.
I'm not having the same experience, but you go on.
You're on Tinder. You get no match. I've been getting no matches on Tinder for in LA basically a year, and I'm just like, well, I guess that I'm a hideous person. I download Hinge, Brendan. The matches are rolling in, and these are bays.
Bays, you
these
say?
are fucking bays. But I matched with this one girl. It was very friendly, very funny, a little manic energy, some very obvious manic, and we made plans to go on a date on Saturday.
Well, it's good that you're already diagnosing her.
No, anybody could. So we made plans to go on a date this Saturday. The problem is we made those plans last Saturday. So now there's this thing where I have to keep up the intensity of the texting that we were texting on the first for the entire week.
Oh, no, you don't.
I can't. Well, tell that to her. I can't. That's not how it works. Also, they should be like, we're going to talk about everything. You know what? We're not going to have anything to talk
you're
about.
going to run out of stuff. That's why once the plans are made, I stop texting.
That's what I do too. But I've already. She just sent me a text. Okay, what's the deal?
We'll tell her you're on a podcast. Or no, don't tell her that.
Oh, she already knows about the damn podcast.
She knows about the podcast.
Because, listen, two of my pictures are you, me with the cross and the sword, and you getting ready to cut my head off, because girls like that. And she's like, why did you take those pictures? And what am I going to say?
Yeah, I guess, this podcast is a horrible deal breaker for bays, but I feel like, me and my friend just do photo shoots is somehow worse.
So much worse, dude.
I'm not even going to say so much worse. I'm going to say it's 15% worse, and you made the right call.
Well, there was a girl in Baltimore when she saw those on my Tinder where she was like, "Oh, do you make horror movies?" And I was like, "No, that is worse. I don't want people thinking that I'm making low budget indie horror movies."
Yeah,
that's
that
the gayest
sucks.
thing.
That's pretty bad.
But now I got this fucking
Yeah. Now they know you just have a problematic podcast.
Oh, and this girl is so not problematic. She would be horrible.
She seemed very nice.
She's very nice. I mean, all these. Listen,
You played that video of her talking.
Stop! I don't want you. You can't be leaking the fact that I.
Oh, is that too much?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. I don't think she found this podcast.
It's not like it was a nude.
Here's the problem with me. I'm talking to Hinge. I'm like Templeton the Rat, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Hinge. I'm talking to 5 different women on this app, and I think that I can date all of them. That's not good.
You're really counting your chickens, my friend.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with all this attention. And the problem is, you'll make plans. This is probably going to be one of the worst things I've ever said. You'll make plans with a girl who you're excited to go out with, and then a hotter girl messages you, and you're like, "Well, fuck that other girl. I want to switch to this one." Do you know what I mean?
That's not that bad. It's online dating. That's what you're supposed to be doing.
I know, but it's.
I'm curious what this profile looks like that you're doing so well.
I took. I don't know. It's really not very good. You want to see it?
Yeah, I do, and I'll narrate it.
No, I don't like that.
Well, we're just gonna have dead air.
Actually, you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, I don't want you to see this. Because I get.
Okay.
I'll be honest. I'd be a little vulnerable with some. Actually. This was now that I'm looking at my profile. I should never let this phone get into your hands at all. No, this is not for you.
Yeah. I bet you're so vulnerable and sweet I bet you're talking about vibes and fucking energies.
I do have myself listed as spiritual.
That fucking sucks, dude.
So does every other woman on this app, Brendan.
Oh, so they see that and they're like, oh, he's like me. He has a woman's beliefs.
But then they see that I'm very funny and I take funny photos and that I have a nice, cute little nose.
Yeah. Maybe I'll put the Coward Hour cover pic on mine, but
should do
I'm
that.
gonna switch our faces so that I look taller.
That doesn't make okay.
I'm gonna or maybe I'll Photoshop your entire body lower.
The deception is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've got this phone burnt. You know what? I'm not gonna. I have no obligation to respond to this. I need to have practice a little self-care or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I
Well,
have no obligation to respond to this girl.
yeah. Are you just responding to all these girls immediately?
Brendan, I respond to all the girls.
You got to stop.
No. Oh, no. Not new matches. This is the girl that I've matched with who's just like, why aren't you texting me? And I feel bad. I'm actually not very good at ghosting people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to do it. So what happened? Here's what
Well,
happens.
you've never met this girl, so it would be insane to call this ghosting.
It-
I feel like ghosting implies you hung out at least
you're
once.
right. It's not actually. It's not. It's sort of ghosting. It's veering
Mm-hmm.
on ghosting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so she thinks that she has an online relationship with you already.
Look, she's young and impressionable.
How young?
She's not that. She's like 22.
Okay, that's not bad.
She's 22. She's
I-
shorter than you are.
Yeah. I have a date on Saturday with a 21-year-old, which mixed response from different people I've floated this idea by.
21 is fine. I think 21's all right.
Yeah, but I'm 27.
You're 27?
Yeah, I just turned 27.
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
That's pretty bad, right?
Yeah, I'm like 25.
Yeah, you know,
You're fine.
I probably would have made it by now. You know, it's no big deal.
No, that's not true. You're gonna be like you'll be like Louis.
Yeah. I'll be like Lou. I'm gonna follow his exact career path.
Yeah, which means you're due.
Yeah,
Just start-
which means I got to start the behavior that's going to end me. So if anyone's listening to this and you would like to see a show,
Yeah,
please come to my hotel room.
so we can get. We can,
I don't really. I'm not a rich man, so it's not going to be a hotel. It's going to be an Airbnb. You're going to get
not
you're
even,
going to get Louis in an Airbnb.
You're gonna get Louis in the Hotel Antonio in Boyle Heights. I slept at the Hotel Antonio for you know that for a while.
Yeah.
Dude, their beds are like bricks. I mean, anybody who, if you're ever in Los Angeles, at least book one night at the Hotel Antonio and tell me what you think those fucking mattresses are made out of. It is insane.
How did you find the Hotel Antonio when you were living there?
How could you can't miss it?
No, but I mean, like, did you Google like cheapest hotel Los
No,
Angeles?
they have a big sign that advertises them as the cheapest motel.
So you were like walking by one day and you're like, I'm gonna remember that place for when I need it.
Yeah, and it was nice because most hotels need typically you need like a credit card to like stay at a hotel for like so they can
not
charge.
the Antonio.
Oh no, they demanded cash. I was like, well, I could fucking trash these rooms, and then you get in there, you're like, I really can't. There's absolutely nothing that I can even fucking ruin in these rooms.
Yeah, I'm sure. What's in there? So it's a brick bed. I'm sure that no fluids can soak into the bed. I'm sure it's like so hard that there's no slopping it up with your damn juice.
Oh no. Yeah, you can't. I mean, God, if you fucked on that bed, the person on the bottom would develop like serious back problems. They would probably like fracture their their hips or their ribs or something.
This is a sexless hotel for alone men.
It's like a dystopian eunuch hotel. And they did have a nice. It was.
I want to write that movie now.
Yeah,
The hotel of sad eunuchs. This is like it's gonna be like a high concept, like the Lobster style movie, where it's like
Yeah.
if you don't find a mate, they just cut your dick off and make you live in like this row of endless rooms. And you and all the other rejects have to do activities.
They have their own special money, like John Wick. They've got special hotel money for all the eunuchs for the underground society of eunuchs.
Yeah,
And they had
there's no contraband. Someone brings in a photo of a woman and they get killed.
Yeah. You broke the only rule. They did have a big ass TV. I told you the nice thing about the Hotel Antonio was I got to have television with commercials, which I love.
Yeah.
I got to make a night of it.
You love commerce.
I don't know why. It's just something about it. If Family Guy's on, and then it's a Rogaine commercial, and I'm like, I feel, I'm remembering being young.
Yeah.
and having cable in a somewhat stable household.
Rogaine, that feels like I'm imagining for some reason the hotel has its own directly targeted commercials to the sorts of men who stay there. I'm imagining this is mostly like men who like already live in squalor and then their wife kicks them out.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely.
That and IV drug users.
Yeah, there were a lot of those. Hotel Antonio is definitely a heroin, a little hot spot. It's a
Nice.
nice little heroin getaway for.
Yeah, nice
the
little
addicts.
little spot for you and your veins.
Yeah,
Have yourself a time.
yeah. But
We should on spec make a commercial for the Hotel Antonio.
yeah, I think so.
Just upload it, not contact them in any
Oh,
way.
yeah.
Just be like, Hotel Antonio, for when you know how much is enough to kill you.
Oh. We do like a nice parody of like the Eagles. Welcome to the Hotel Antonio. Leave your dick behind.
Suck on the gun barrel.
Wait, what song is that? Is that Hotel California?
yeah.
I don't remember. What part of the song is that?
That's the living it up, such a lovely place, such a lovely place. And then the guitar goes, bow, wow, 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 wow.
Oh, you were putting words to the guitar solo?
I
or what?
was.
You can't do that.
That's my big problem with Eagles songs. Is not enough words.
You put words over the the guitar bridge or whatever.
Yeah,
the fuck?
I mean, there's so much dead air in songs.
Oh my God, Brendan, this is your most autistic take.
Sometimes I'll listen. Okay, so I'll put on Stairway to Heaven by old Zepp,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll say, man, if this was an episode of Coward Hour, people would have turned it off by now. They'd have unsubscribed. There's so much dead air.
We should just start like putting in like betting music whenever we don't have anything to talk about. We should just put like frantic violins every time
what's
one of us
betting
pauses.
music?
Betting music is like music that's like under like BEDDING.
Oh,
Like
okay.
betting music.
I thought there was like specific gambling music for like when your life is you're
Yeah.
about to like lose everything you have.
Yeah, just like the kind of music that
For some reason, I just heard like the like the Star Wars music.
the star. Oh,
Yeah.
from the cantina.
Yeah, I'm imagining the Cantina band music is playing as I put it all on black and lose, and they have to drag me out.
Jesus.
I'm screaming.
Oh,
I can't wait to lose it all.
yeah, you will.
I've been thinking a lot about my ruin recently.
I know you're in the chat. You guys are going crazy. Isaac was, dude. You know what's bad? When Isaac was texting me, and he's like, "These boys are depressed." he's like, "What do we even say to them?" I'm like, "Buddy, I don't know."
Well, I can't even tell when I'm depressed anymore.
That's not. I think how are these pills making it worse?
Well, no, they're not making me less depressed. They've eliminated my anxiety, but I think I'm still getting depressed. I think I'm still bouncing up and down with being depressed.
yeah,
Um,
but it's just masking it.
It's just no, because the anxiety I think was a much worse problem than the depression. It's just sometimes I'll come home and I'll have like I'll come home and I'll just go right to bed. I'll get home. What time is it now? It's like almost 6 o'clock. I'll get I'll stop. I'll get something to eat. I'll come home. I'll eat it, and then I'll just go right to bed at 6. But the problem is you can't sleep from 6 until
Brendan, that's crazy.
don't do the don't do those
Look,
eyes.
now, Brendan, I'm
this
not-
is a fun related
I'm
tale.
not. I'm not doing eyes. That's serious.
Okay, so I come home and I go to bed at 6. And then I wake up because you can't sleep from 6 until the next day.
I know.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
So I wake up at like 10 and I'm like, shit, man, now what do I, and I can't do anything.
Up all night.
Yeah, I can't go to a mic, it's too late, or like I guess I could, but like who feels like it at that point? I've done this before where I've gone to the gym, but I just feel you feel waking up and immediately exercising feels weird.
Yeah.
And then like post nap, you're in no state to write, so I'll basically just kind of lay there and look at my phone. And I'll have like Netflix going, but I'll keep pausing it to look at my phone. So it'll take me like 4 hours to watch an episode of something, and then I'll just go back to bed.
Brendan, that's not good.
Is this not good?
No, what are you?
I thought this might be relatable, or in some way
No,
light.
I mean,
Is this not light?
no, this is not light. You're going to bed at 6 p.m. because you're depressed, but you don't even have like the symptoms of depression. That's horrifying. That is mental purgatory.
Yeah, and then I'm at work and everyone's like, "Wow, Brendan's so up, and he's telling stories and he's making everybody laugh." I've been having this problem where like my one coworker I'm friends with, and so we'll chat sometimes, And then I'll realize that like everyone is just listening to our chats because I'll say something to her and like the entire cubicle farm will all laugh.
Yeah.
I'll be like, fuck, I don't want to kill right now.
You're doing well.
I'm doing well.
You're doing well.
I
at
don't
work.
want this.
Listen, that's a scary trade-off because I started doing well at work when I was a waiter. I started making my coworkers laugh, but then I sucked at comedy. Because if you're good at making your coworkers laugh, that's the problem. When you're good at making your coworkers laugh, that's when they're like you should do stand-up, and then those people who do stand-up who are good at making their coworkers laugh suck at stand-up.
I don't think it's all a trade-off like that.
Okay. That's how things work in my head. Whereas it's like you
You're
start
like, well,
making
clearly I
Faustian
can't
deals.
just be successful in one facet of my life.
Well, no,
without it.
because what I mean is like when you start attuning yourself to making regular people laugh in that context, I can't do my brain is all or nothing. So that's how I'll.
But
start
I'm doing
conducting
well with
myself.
like kind of edgy comments at work.
Right,
Yeah.
like what?
Let me try to think. Like everybody knows about these lifts.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, I should explain what I'm talking about for the cast. So Nick has been doing Hinge, and I've been doing a Tinder experiment where I decided, all right, I'm going to delete my profile. I'm going to start a new one. No difference, except I'm just going to not list my height. Because you don't even have to on Tinder. It's not like it's required.
Yeah, they
There-
make you listed on Hinge.
Yeah, they make you list it
so
on Hinge.
so people like you can't.
Yeah.
deceive.
So I thought, like, I'm gonna get like more matches, but it's not. I'm getting like 5 or 6 times as many matches. It's insane.
Yeah.
I'm doing so well. Turns out my height is the only thing unattractive about me.
Yeah.
Everything
Well,
else
hang on.
is perfect.
Give them a chance to get to know you.
Oh no, and also my personality. No, I'm talking just physically.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm
Absolutely.
like a handsome, in shape, short man.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Thank you.
you
You
may,
sound unconvinced.
you may have that.
I want you to say it again like you mean it.
Yeah, sure. That's physically the only thing wrong with you is the size of your skeleton.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Nick. That means a lot. So anyway, I have all these matches, and the idea was, all right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait until I have 100 matches, and then I'm going to add my height and start messaging people. Because then the idea is that, like, they'll see it then, but, you know, it's the kind of thing that people will swipe left for. But if they've already, then they're going to be like, well, I must have. There must have been something I saw. Don't text that girl.
All right, I'm just letting her know that.
What girl? What?
I wasn't actually texting that girl. I was,
Oh, okay.
I was talking to a hotter girl.
Don't message girl. Stop talking to bays during
You're just you talking about dating apps is reminding me.
You're an addict.
to keep in touch with the business.
You're a sex addict.
This is addict behavior.
Yeah.
It completely is. Gosh, I hope I can fuck all these girls and keep them from finding out about each other.
Jesus Christ. So you haven't met up with one of them, and already you're like, well, how do I keep all the plates in the air?
Well, I've got to know because I've got a date tomorrow night down the street from my house, which is
Mhm.
nice. And then I've got a date on Saturday at LACMA, which is going to be nice.
How about, okay, here's what you do. You go out with the first girl Friday, you fuck her, and then if you fuck her, just send me instead on the other date with the shorty.
I could do that.
Yeah.
She was actually worried about how tall I was. She's like, I usually date people who are like 5'2", to like 5'2" to 5'4", because
Nick.
people are too tall.
You are fucking twisting the knife in my damn heart right
I told
now.
her it was going to be fun to pick her up.
Ugh.
Sorry.
Such heightist language.
The only way you could pick her up is if she was like,
I could pick. I'm strong.
yeah, but you wouldn't be able to throw. If you threw her over your shoulder, it would just look like two people fighting.
Yeah,
wouldn't- it
the,
wouldn't
the
look like-
police would come. It would.
It wouldn't look like
It'd
a
be
cute.
like, oh no, those two small immigrants are murdering each other.
Oh my god. Anyway, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Mm-hmm.
My fear is, what if because this one girl that I'm going on a date with Friday, but like, what if we fuck and then I like her so much that you do that thing where you just like stay in that person's, you like order Chinese food and like stay in her bed all day. And
Well, then you cancel the other date.
well, that's rude.
No, it's less rude than going there having just fucked another girl that you care about.
With the smell still on my dick.
Yeah, it would be rude.
Well, we all have to make compromises. Anyway, I'm sorry. You were talking. You were talking about your Tinder.
Look, all I'm saying is that if you fuck someone more than 6 inches shorter than you, you should have to legally be registered as a pedophile as a man.
That's not fair.
I feel. That's my take.
Okay,
I need all the small sweeties for me.
Brendan.
I can't have the talls. You can have the talls.
Oh, I know. But I can have.
Let
the
me
small,
have the
sweet-
smalls.
Brendan, listen.
Why do you want this small so bad?
It's not. Look, it's not up to me. Okay,
Mhm.
it's Darwinism. It's evolution, right? Isn't it-
I don't know.
Don't I just get to reap the? Did I just and some
Look,
freak
we
occurrence?
need to redistribute pussy. I've said this many times.
That's not true.
All the pussy's being funneled to the top.
People are Bogart.
You're fucking Jeff Bezos over here, a pussy.
I am not Jeff. I am not the Jeff Bezos of pussy. If anything, I'm like the.
and then you already have pussy, so the pussy grows into more pussy.
That's not. Yeah, that's not how pussy works.
No, it's how
you
it's
can't,
how it
you
works.
can't leverage.
You're already
pussy.
talking about. You're like, oh, I'm gonna fuck this pussy, and then I'm gonna go shove the pussy juice in the other pussy.
I wish that there were angel investors for pussy, so that like when all my pussy rejects me, just a rich man just comes and like gives me more pussy. He's like, Nick, we understand, we believe in you. Here's more free pussy for you to build your empire with.
what was I even saying?
I'm sorry, you were
Oh.
talking about. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, so the Tinder thing. All right, so I was gonna do that. I was gonna wait until I had like 100 matches and then start messaging people. But this cute girl messaged me first, and I was like, oh, she messaged me first. I should respond. And then we're like going back and forth. We're having a fun little chat. I go for like a risky joke in closing to get her number. Or I didn't even ask for her number. I just like ask her out with like a risky joke attached, and she just gives me her number. I'm like, and then I showed the photos to my coworker. I'm like, how tall do you think this girl is? And she's like, pretty tall.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, but I mean, trying to do math and shit, like trying to do trigonometry. Like,
Yeah.
all right, well, how high is the average doorknob? How far away from that door do you think she's standing?
You are insane. You're an insane person.
This is what I got to do. And she's like, I don't know. I think you're fucked. So I bought lifts. I went on Amazon,
But here's the thing: the lifts will make you what?
like 2 inches taller.
Here's the tragedy.
Mhm.
That's probably still not enough, right? Like she'll probably still be upset if you're 5'5".
Well, it depends. You know, what if she's 5'5", and then I come in, dead even.
You think? But your coworker said she's pretty tall. Now, if you're
Yeah,
saying-
but I don't think my coworker's right.
can I see a picture of her?
The girl I'm going out with on Saturday.
If you're seeing a girl is pretty tall, that means she's like 5'8" is pretty tall when talking about a girl.
I don't know, but this girl, she has a photo of her standing next to here.
All right, let me.
Here, go through. You can go through the other photos too.
Oh, Brendan, this girl's pretty tall.
Why do you think that? She's standing next to that tall man.
Yeah, and she's not that much shorter than him.
How tall do you think she is?
Gosh, man, I would say
Gosh,
from
man.
where she is on. All right, go stand by the door over there.
All right,
Go do this.
all right.
Because all doors are average. So Brendan's gonna go over. We've got a picture of her where her head is at a door. Stand about. Okay, so like stand like right there and turn that way. So yeah, just so you're parallel. I think she might be like 5'6".
5'6". I can do 5'6".
Say that again into the mic.
5'6". I can make that work. I got my lifts. I'll be sitting down when she arrives. All my tricks.
Brendan, this is
Look, women don't want to fuck me. I have to trick them.
the petite deception.
Yeah,
This is what it is.
look.
Also,
All I'm saying is that this is the only way that I can fuck, and thus that makes it not immoral.
okay.
Look, obviously you shouldn't trick women into fucking you.
Right.
Unless you have no other choice.
Well,
Then one might argue that it would be irresponsible not to.
listen, I'm not going to go that far. I will say I see your pain and it is valid, and I'm sorry that the world is set up this way.
Thank you for validating my pain, Nick.
Yeah, but I'm not your methods, just your pain. I'm validating your pain, not your methods.
I'm hearing what I need to hear.
Okay. This is nice. No, man, it does. Being short it does. You have opened my eyes. To
It is
like,
truly the worst oppression anyone can suffer.
we got a hot cast. we have a hot cast tonight.
Look, all I'm saying is that it's not worse than being a black woman,
Right.
for sure.
Well, yeah.
But it is worse than separately being black or separately being a woman. That's my take.
Yeah, you've probably
I don't actually.
No. No.
That was a bit.
I'm gonna give you credit. You probably thought about this enough that you could persuade me.
Being a short man is being a short white man is harder than being a white woman. That I will say with confidence.
I think I'll agree with some reservation.
Okay, share your reservation.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying. You're right. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
Thank you.
Well, I hope that
Yep.
you successfully pull one over on this broad.
I will. I'm gonna hoodwink her. This stupid bitch. I
I
can't wait to fucking gaslight her.
I'm sending her this episode.
no,
I'm sending it to her.
no.
I hope that all my I hope they all find this podcast.
All 5 of your sweeties.
All right, leave it alone. It's not. I guess it's like 5 of them. Actually, you're kind of right. Man, the girls in this app are great. Hang on, I'm just gonna swipe a little bit. You keep doing the podcast.
No. You put your phone away.
Hang on,
Nick, you're addicted.
I think I'm gonna get another match.
Stop it.
I love
Put your
Hinge.
phone away. All right.
I wish we could get.
Here's
Sponsored
I know
by
how to get
Hinge.
your attention.
Hinge would never sponsor us.
Bryan Singer.
Uh huh.
We're gonna get him.
I hear that he's. You know, I flipped on Bryan Singer. I think maybe he was. They did him dirty.
You think Bryan Singer was done dirty?
Yeah, I decided I'm gonna start being. If I want to be famous and successful in this town, I'm just actually pro all these pedophile directors. They got a bad. They're having. You know, it's yellow journalism.
Wait, so you think they're innocent or you think they're good?
Yeah, I think I just got a little over. I overreacted a little bit to all the news.
Wait. So hold on. Let's hammer this out.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Are
I'm
you
not-
saying they're falsely accused or are you saying leave them alone?
Who can tell? Who knows?
Well,
It's hard
you
to come
could.
down
It's
one
your
way.
opinion.
You know,
You could tell me. You could look me in my eyes. You could tell me your stance.
I'm trying to practice humility, and I just don't have all the answers.
I think that Bryan Singer is a rapist and a pedophile.
If I'm being honest, I actually think that you're right.
Yeah. And
Also,
I
his
heard
movies-
Bohemian Rhapsody was bad.
It sucks. You know what movie really? Do you remember that movie he did, Valkyrie?
No, I didn't see that
movie?
one.
Oh yeah, it's the one where Tom Hanks. It's about all the Nazis, and they I guess they undermine that one Nazi. There's like a Nazi plan. There were a lot of Nazi plans, but this is
Yeah,
about
yeah.
one that gets undermined by Nazis. But all the actors just have their own accents. Like none of them speak German at all. So Tom Cruise is just like an American, and I think Michael Caine is in it. And it sucks. It's a terrible movie.
That does sound pretty bad. I mean, it sounds like for the most part he's like calling in sick to work to fuck children, and then like someone else directs the movie.
Yeah, that was for Bohemian Rhapsody. That was true for that one, but
What a baller move!
it's really
Just
funny.
be like, I'm not gonna get fired.
It's really funny to fuck a child and then just respond to it like you didn't do the homework. Like,
Yeah.
people are mad at you.
It's
and
like
just
when you call off work and then your boss is like Facebook friends with you, and you post like a picture. Like I've never done that, but like people do that shit.
like a picture of them like out having fun or like
Yeah,
being
yeah,
sick?
like
Oh,
out having
yeah.
fun.
You can't do that. Why the fuck would you become friends with your boss on Facebook?
I feel like it happens a lot in like restaurant jobs where it's like we're all hanging out.
That is true.
Yeah, not like an office job.
Restaurants are so incestuous.
It is an insane way to make a living.
Yeah,
I hope I never have to do it again.
I don't know how I did it for so long because it's just a nightmare for anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
It is. But then what you can, if you can break past the point where you just like, because if you give too much of a shit about like customers' experience, then like it'll really like weigh you down. But if you can break through to the point where you're like, well, everyone who comes into the restaurant is just gonna have a bad time because I'm their server and I'm completely emotionally detached. I don't care. Then you're fine.
Yeah, if you just have no empathy, it's a pretty easy job.
If you can teach yourself how to dissociate while you're serving, be like that was like literally like my trauma response to serving, where I just like went into like my eyes just glazed over and I shut down and I just didn't get people's orders right. And when they were mad at me, I was like, I don't care.
well, now
They're not gonna fire me. This place is fucking sinking.
this is as bad as me going to bed at 6. That's pretty alarming.
Oh, I hated that job, dude. Also, it's not like I was like actively fucking the orders up, but like when I got something wrong
Mhm.
and like people would be mad at me, it just like after a while I stopped taking it personally, which was really freeing.
But it was your fault.
No, actually not necessarily. Not always.
Yeah, I mean, not all the
Not
time.
always. I would say probably 60-40 it was my fault. Just not paying attention. Thinking about other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's a stupid job.
I mean, like, it's a
That
hard
is,
job, but-
I've gotten into that headspace at jobs before where I'm just like, what kind of asshole would you have to be to go out to eat? What kind of just an idiot, an evil man
yeah.
would walk into a restaurant and expect me to serve them food?
Well, the people who I was serving actually were evil because it was like Annapolis, Maryland, and they were just like,
Oh yeah, it was Kevin Spacey
yeah,
and his ilk.
and his ilk. I mean, it's just a bunch of people who like aren't actually rich, but like present like they're rich, but they're eating at like the shittiest fucking steakhouse in the whole. I guess it's the Harbor technically.
Mm-hmm.
And they were really shitty people. I stopped feeling bad after a while because I was like, oh, these are bad people. We would regularly have people who came in who were like dressed like they were very well to do, and then they would just fucking dine and dash. Like whole families would do it, and when that happens, the waiters have to pay for it out of pocket.
That's
which
illegal.
Is
You don't have to do that.
yes, back in 2014 or whenever I was doing it, it came out of our paycheck.
Are you sure that that's
Absolutely.
legal? I mean, I'm sure it happened, but
It happened to me. And now I should also preface that the guy who owned O'Brien's, the fuck was his name?
yeah, there's no way that's legal.
Jerry Hardesty. He was in jail for 10 years for tax evasion, and then came back to run the restaurant 2 years before I got there. He was also the one who he would just like
Yeah, so he's a criminal. He was stealing from you.
yeah. I don't know. I think there is some Maryland. I think there is some policy or some legal something.
There's no way that's because, like, what are you supposed to like arrest the people? Like, then what would you like fight them? Like, chase them out to the? What were you supposed to do?
So my coworker Jordan had to call the police once, and they had to try to find the people because they dined and dashed. The one time it happened to me, I didn't have to pay that much because it was just two people, it was a small meal, but they racked up like $200, and Jordan had to pay the restaurant in cash, and he was like literally in the bar at 8:00, like crying, like I need this money, don't take this money from me. They fucking took the money from him, and the police are like, well, we'll try to find the people, and if we find them, then we'll get them to pay, and you'll be okay. But they never found those people.
Yeah, that's stealing. Did the police know that they were making the server pay the
Yeah,
restaurant?
they were there for the whole thing.
Damn.
I don't know if there's a weird Maryland. I know that like dram shop laws, like in terms of like serving alcohol in Maryland, are fucked. If you overserve somebody at a bar, and then they get into a car and kill somebody, you, the bartender, are held responsible.
Like for murder?
Yes, you will go to jail.
Damn, that's a cool law.
It's fucking crazy. It's so stupid.
Hmm.
Also, if you deny serving alcohol to a pregnant woman, you can be fired.
Yeah, these laws are very strange.
Yeah, Maryland dram shop laws are insane.
What is a dram shop?
Yeah, it has dram. I don't remember what it stands for, but it's some acronym, and it has to do with the serving of alcohol.
Wait, isn't a dram isn't that like an old timey word for like a container of liquid?
Maybe, I don't know. I just know that we got a packet.
I think like dram of poison. Like I think Romeo and Juliet drank from a dram.
A dram.
Yeah.
Well, then you know it's bad news.
Doesn't that sound cool?
A dram.
I can't wait to drink from drams.
But
And-
it was all caps. It was definitely an acronym.
oh, okay. Oh, is it like ramp? That's what they call it in PA.
Maybe.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that job was a fucking shit show. But I am friends with my boss from that job on Facebook.
Well, I hope he listens to the cast.
He does, actually.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Nothing against Kenny. Kenny, my manager, was fucking sick, dude. It was Jerry Hardesty who was a fucking cunt. He doesn't own the restaurant anymore.
Damn. That's how it was at my restaurant too. Is all my like direct bosses were great, but the owner was an enormous piece of shit.
Most restaurant owners in small towns are like bastards.
Yeah, you just have to be like a psychopath to want that as your life, I
Yeah.
think.
Oh, the
Yeah.
prices that he was charging people for we would serve people. We had this trick at our restaurant where we had crab pretzels, and to save money, the chef just wouldn't put crab on them. So people are paying for Maryland crab pretzels, and they're just getting a pretzel with like a cheese paste on it. They
It's a fun little trick.
It's a good way to save money. But then also what happened is then like we just weren't using enough crab, so the crab was just going bad. So like it didn't even make fiscal sense. We were just buying product that would then go
That would
bad
then
and
rot.
wouldn't get used at all.
Damn. That is crazy.
You should have seen the size of the fucking rats in the fridge.
Tell me about these rats.
They were enormous. I got really sad when we had to like put poison down and kill them.
Because past a certain size, it's a pet now.
Oh, all rats are my friends. I even like the bugs.
The bugs.
The bugs and the rats.
What's your favorite bug?
Oh, fucking, you know those little Japanese beetles? The little green ones?
You ever seen Japanese bug fights?
I don't want to see that.
Oh, you should check it out.
I
dude.
don't want to see that.
It's like a betting sport where they make bugs fight.
I can't even kill bugs, dude. When I see a fly, sometimes I'll kill flies, but like when I see like shit in the house, like moths and stuff, I get it in a little paper towel.
No, you gotta watch this, dude. They'll put like a scorpion and a tarantula in a tank.
I don't want to see that shit.
Nah, it's pretty sick. And then there's like it's like real bad like DV footage, and they have like Japanese narration screaming over it. It's good.
Oh man,
I think you'd like it.
I think it would really bum me out. The other thing about O'Brien's is the lobsters in the tank were more often than not. Like there was one day when I went to get lobsters from the tank. We had like 8 lobsters. All the lobsters were dead. All the lobsters were dead in the tank.
Damn, you just serve them?
No, you can't. You can't serve a lobster that's dead.
I mean, I know that you can't, but it sounded like this place would.
Nah, dude. I don't think you wouldn't be able to pull that over on people. But you know, what a fucking insane time in my life that was.
Damn. Yeah, I remember my boss at the restaurant that I worked at in Lancaster. He would pretty much request me to sexually harass employees. Because I guess this dude, like, he owned a couple businesses in Lancaster. And I heard some story that, like, it was a big deal that they were hiring women at this restaurant because he had been running the Rock Club for years. And it was like a standing policy that no women were allowed to work there because his wife wouldn't allow him to have female employees out of fear that he would, like, assault them.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, so then they hired women, and I guess he was, like, trying to be on his best behavior, but he needed to, like, somehow transitively, like, harass somebody. So I remember one time he called me into his office, and they had just hired this new hostess. And he like, called me into his office. He's like, "New hostess girl's pretty cute, huh?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, it seems like she's good at her job." He's like, "Oh, yeah, you know, I kind of hired her for you." And I'm like, "Oh, no, don't say that. Please, no." He's like, "Yeah, you know, you should go up to the host stand and throw your dick on the table, huh?" And I'm like, you're my boss, man. Like, what the fuck is this?"
He wanted you to be his surrogate.
Yeah, he wanted me to, like, rape for him, I suppose.
I need you to be my horny avatar.
Yeah.
The avatar for all my horny, perverted desires.
Yeah, and then I
Also, like, if that was, hey, go throw your dick on the host, I'm like, my dick can't do that, dude.
Yeah.
What?
First of all, it's so high.
Yeah.
Second of all, what am I gonna? I'm gonna drag a chair up and fucking press my balls on this stand.
You just go up to the host and you're like, oh, 1 second. And then you just like, just like dragging a chair across the tile.
Yeah.
You clamber up onto it. You like fumble your pants. She's got so much time to get away.
Yeah,
Like, but
she's got so much, and also so much to do.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, I finally get my balls up there, and I go like, ta-da, and I wait for her to look at me, and she's just like on the phone taking an order.
Yeah.
She's putting together a to-go order. She's like, "Hold on, I'll talk to you later."
She's showing great initiative as an employee. I'll give her
Yeah,
that.
yeah. You know, she's earning that tip out
God,
or whatever.
we wouldn't tip people out. It was nice,
This restaurant sounds bad.
dude. It was very bad. It was crazy bad.
Yeah, I worked at my first restaurant job. It was like other than him, this was a very good, well-run restaurant. And I don't know why it went under because the food was extremely good. It may have been the location,
Right.
but everything was great. And it closed. Well, part of the reason that it closed is he went to jail.
Always.
Yeah,
Always happens.
restaurant owners are constantly going to jail, which is so cool.
For tax evasion and fucking whores.
For fucking Horace, the reason he went to jail was and I think I have this story right. It was told to me one time when I went home to visit. But he was getting a divorce, and his wife basically entrapped him where
Amazing.
yeah, she had like a new boyfriend and she was living at her new boyfriend's house.
Amazing.
And she pretended like she forgot to change the address on their Amazon account. So she just bought lingerie and had it sent to the owner's house where he was living alone. And so he just gets this box, he opens it up, it's lingerie, and he becomes furious.
Yeah.
So he drives over to where his wife is staying with her new boyfriend, and he like bangs on the door, and she opens it, and he like throws the lingerie in, and maybe he shoves her. I don't know exactly what happens, but they were filming it. They set it up. So they knew he was going to come over and do that.
Whoa.
So they filmed him doing that, and then they just played it in court, and he went to jail.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, hey, props to her, dude.
yeah. I mean,
The perfect crime.
yeah, he was. I don't know her at all, but he was a.
He was not nice.
He was a bad man. Also, what was funny is that like around that time, also just randomly he like fell downstairs or something. So it's like his restaurant was failing. He was in financial ruin. He was going to jail. His marriage was falling apart, and he also suddenly had a cane.
The cherry on top. That is amazing.
Just beautiful.
Oh man. Yeah, I guess if my life's on the decline, if my life's ever on the decline, I want to go for broke like that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I just want it all to fall apart.
You're gonna come over one day with just an eye patch. And we'll be like, "What happened, Nick?" And you're like, all the 5 sweeties. It's all shit."
The 5 sweeties all found out about each other.
Yeah. The 5 sweeties does sound like a dark prophecy that you're fulfilling.
That sounds like an old. It sounds like a sequel to Little Women or something. It sounds like an old.
Or it's some sort of like I haven't seen Scott Pilgrim, but based on what I assume it is, it sounds like some sort of scenario like that.
Well, I'll have to battle all of them.
Yeah. It's not that you have to fight a girl's exes. It's that you have to just fight women.
Yeah, it's like the most fucked up version of Scott Pilgrim, where it's like if you want to get with me, you have to beat these 5 girls physically. And I'm
Yeah.
just like,
You have to fight these whores.
I mean, I don't know about all that.
Damn, I tried to watch
Closed fist.
I had never seen that movie. I didn't. I guess you're supposed to watch it as a teenager,
Yeah, that's when I saw it.
but I tried to watch it recently, and I was like, "Dear God, this is."
Oh, you didn't like it?
I mean, no, I didn't like it. But also, just it begins with just big bubble letters in the sky. Scott Pilgrim was dating a teenager. And I start looking around like someone's gonna catch me watching this.
Oh
and
yeah,
I'm
she's
gonna get...
like 17 or whatever.
Yeah, and it's played for big laughs.
It was like 2010 or whatever.
Yeah, it was 2010.
2009 maybe.
I think it was 2008 maybe. But
Yeah, I was in high school.
yeah, but still, like, it's like, wow. Times
it's-
have changed.
It's weird. Yeah, I remember I liked it. I think it looks good. And some of the jokes make me laugh. I haven't watched it in a very long time. I will give you that. When I saw it, I was really, really high.
Hmm.
I smoked.
I'm sure that would help.
Yeah, dude, I smoked so much weed, and I thought the movie ended, which was weird because like when the movie ended, I was looking around. I was like, I thought that was like the middle of the movie. Like I don't know. I was so high that I thought the movie had been on for like. Normally, when you're high, things feel longer. And I thought that the movie, like, we got out, and I looked at my girlfriend. I was like, was that movie like 45 minutes long? I don't know why that was my response to it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess being high like just like makes time pass wrong.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll get back into weed.
Nah, I
It
don't
always goes bad.
I think that's
but,
not a good idea for you.
Yeah, probably not. Probably shouldn't be on meds and smoking weed.
Yeah, no.
Though I have no idea how they interact. Someone told me that Zoloft and weed is trippier, that you like hallucinate a little bit more.
Huh. You probably don't. I don't know how well you would handle that.
Yeah, I don't know. I bet I would handle it okay if it would depend on what kind of weed I smoked and what I was doing. Because I think the reason that it went awry last time I smoked weed is because I think I bought like I bought an indica, or like probably should have got.
All
don't-
weed here is too strong.
Yeah, I think that's
All-
I think that's it. Because like in Philly, I was like, man, I love smoking weed, and then I come here and I go in and I'm like, can you recommend me something chill? And she's like, yeah, this is called Hellraiser.
Yeah.
I'm like, that sounds bad.
No, it's not. I don't think that it's possible for me to smoke weed anymore because I really miss like mids. I
Mhm.
wish someone would make a strain of weed that was just shitty again.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks that this is like a hack topic to discuss because it's like a legit problem that needs to be
It's
addressed.
serious, dude. Seriously, I've done most drugs, and the way that they make weed now I can't handle. Did I tell you about the time when
Like you smoke weed and you're like, is this fentanyl? Is this what fentanyl is?
yeah, it's like did I tell you about the time when Tim and Kelly's friend was here, and they were all smoking. I smoked. I just had one hit out of the bowl, and we were all sitting at the table, and I'm like feeling it coming on, and Tim was with Kelly's friend, and she was like, "Oh, I wish I had something to eat," and I got excited because I remembered I had a big container of chocolate chip cookies in the pantry downstairs, and I was like, I have just the thing, and I was so excited. I ran over, I got the cookies, I presented them to her like a treasure chest. I like opened it and like put them in her face. I was like, you can have as many of these cookies as you want. And she goes, I mean, I don't know if I was really like in the mood for cookies. And then my whole world just dropped. Dude, I was
Damn, dude,
like,
I know exactly what you're
I
describing.
know. I was like, Tim hates me. She probably thinks that I was trying to rape her. I have to leave. And I just like silently put the cookies in the pantry, and without saying a word to either Tim or Kelly's friend, I just walked out of the house and proceeded to walk through the hills of Burbank until 1 o'clock in the morning, until I had finally come down. I literally was just like walking stoned in the dark.
because you do that, you like latch onto like one little thing in the conversation, and then it takes you 10 minutes to like process your response to it.
Right.
So then you're just like, all right, here's my response, and everyone else who smokes weed all the time is like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, it's crazy because like I will do acid. I'll do a lot of acid, and I'll fucking hang out with people. I can like keep my shit together on high doses of hallucinogens. I have one fucking hit of California weed, and I'm literally like, I don't know if I'm talking right now. I don't know.
Yeah. Anytime I'm like stoned and I try to tell a story, I'll get like 1/3 of the way through it, and I have no idea if it's normal or not, but I feel like
And that's
I've been telling a story for 4 hours, and then I just apologize and refuse to finish it.
Oh my god! And here's the scary thing: you already have that a little bit when you're sober. So on pot, that must be like extra terrifying.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it must be super.
it's just an
incomprehensible.
intense amount of anxiety is California weed.
Yeah, that's. I can't do it at all. I hate it. I wish they would legalize mushrooms out here. That'd be fun. I'd make you do those.
You'd make me?
I would hold you down and drop them into your mouth.
Just if it was legal, that's what's stopping you from... I mean, please don't do it regardless, but...
I guess you're right, actually. No,
Fuck.
wow, you make a lot of good points.
God damn it. Please don't dose me. That's going to be such a tearful 911 call.
When you're on mushrooms.
I'm going to conference call my mom and the cops. All at once. I'm going to say, I'm in trouble.
I'll never forget. I was visiting friends at Towson, and one of their friends was doing mushrooms for her, and we were all hanging out with this guy. And he's having a good mushroom trip, but then he gets really intense. We're all like sitting. So I think we were at Donnybrook. It was one of these like little frat houses, and we're having a good time. We're all laughing, and then he just gets a changed look, like his face changes, and he's like, "I think I need to call my mom." And we're all like, don't call your mom. Do not call your mom. He's like, I have to call my mom. We're like, you really don't want to. He's like, I know that I have to do this. We're like, all right, call your mom. and then he calls his mom. He gets up because he takes a call in the other room, but we all hear him go, hey, Mom, it's Derek. I'm high. And he took it into his bedroom. Maybe his mom was like fucking cool and like a hippie, but it was...
Yeah.
We were just like sitting in the living room just like, that guy just ruined his life.
His mom is going to kill him.
His mom is gonna like she's gonna stop paying for his college or something.
His mom is going to leave her house right now, whatever time it is in their home, drive across the country, shoot him with a gun, immediately drive back.
I'll never forget that same place. That same house, there was one night, the people next door, there was a kid turning 21, and we were having like a low-key night. We were watching like reruns of the Larry Sanders Show or whatever, and then an ambulance pulls up to the house next to us, and there's this big hullabaloo. Paramedics are rushing inside, and like 8 minutes later, they come out with this kid. He's like 20. He looks like he's young, 21. It's like gangly looking black kid, and he's just like he's just not making. He's like spewing like gibberish and giving everybody like big thumbs up.
Sick.
As they load him into the ambulance, and there's a crowd watching him go, and there are like 3 girls who are crying.
So he's like, fucking sick. This rules.
Yeah, he's like, like that.
Everyone else is like,
The paramedics and the cops look pissed, and so we're outside at this point. We're watching, and this like this taller, like nerdier looking kid in glasses, and he comes over. He comes over to us. He's like, hey, you guys having a good time? Are you having a good time watching? Like, he's like, I'm not having a great time because that's my best friend, and he's dead now. And we're like, what? And he's like, he just did 21 shots for his 21st birthday, and they're taking him to the hospital to pump his stomach. So my best friend is dead. I'm glad you guys are enjoying yourselves. And we're just like, all right, Jesus, man. I mean, fucking, why'd you let him do that?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. That's too many shots.
It was, but this. I mean, look. If the kid was dying, we should all hope for such a happy death. He was literally dying. He was dying like he was in fucking Van Halen. He was having the time of his life.
Damn, that rules.
But yeah, this kid really he really got in our face for us. It's like there were 2 police cars in an ambulance. What did you expect us not to come out and watch what was going on?
yeah, you always watch.
Yeah.
Anytime someone's being arrested, you come out and you watch.
I hope you're having a good time. Fuck off.
Mm-hmm. Man, I can't wait until I get arrested. It's gonna be such a good show.
What do you think you're gonna get arrested for? Deceiving women. It would be so
No.
great if one of these girls called the cops on you for having
Hello.
fake shoes.
No, let me think. I don't commit very many crimes.
Yeah, I love crime. I'm sad that it's going away. I'm really afraid they're just gonna do away with cash. Cause like even now, I'm sorry, I'm going on a tangent.
No, go on.
Cause even now, like the way like I'm dog sitting, I'm gonna start having people like pay me completely in cash, so it's totally off the books. Because even with Venmo now, I mean, I see what fucking Venmo and Cash App is, dude. It's another way for them to like have all your transactions like recorded in some way without. Because like I guess you obviously need cash. We can't move to all credit, or else like monetary transactions will become meaningless. There has to be some cash value for the money that's represented.
I don't
digitally.
think cash does that. I mean, money isn't tied to like gold or anything. Like the paper's worthless too. It's all trust.
It's all trust.
Yeah.
Well, it's still like I still see with these fucking apps, it's keeping it all because if you make if a certain amount of money is transacted to you over Venmo in a year, they'll send you a 1099
Yeah.
because they'll go through like the things that you received money for, which makes me furious. I hate that.
Well, don't use it for business. I mean, are you gonna like buy so much lunch in a year that you get a 1099?
No, because there's also a cap to it, but I don't like that it's being like if I'm watching your dog, I don't believe that the government is owed any part of the money that I make for watching somebody's dog for the low price that I charge people. That should be a fucking cash transaction. I don't want that monitored.
Okay. I mean, but you don't believe in any taxes at all. So I don't understand why it be.
I mean, I don't believe in any taxes at all for people who, for as little as people are paid now, I think the taxes are theft completely. I fully believe that.
We shouldn't have another libertarianism versus socialism debate.
Here's the thing: this is not even this. It's probably not even libertarianism. It's probably closer to socialism, where it's just like the people who have the most money pay by far the least proportionately.
Yeah.
And Trump's new tax plan is fucking everybody. So, but
I'm sure it's bad.
but hang on, but he's a great. Let me
He's very
finish. He's a
charismatic.
great president. He's good on TV. The tax thing is a little hiccup,
It's true.
but he's doing a good job. Let's not get crazy.
Yeah. Can I tell another weed story?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't
That's
fucking
okay.
go off.
Let's get away from fucking.
I think
Yeah.
people like that. I'm accruing an army.
Yeah. I remember maybe one of the worst times I ever had on weed. It was like years and years ago. It was when I was dating the furry. Have I talked about the furry on this podcast?
I mean, you've talked about her to me. Maybe
Yeah.
on the podcast.
I was dating a furry, which, gosh, was that a bad idea?
Yeah, but you didn't know, right? It's not like she
No,
fucking
I didn't-
showed up.
I didn't know that she was a furry until we were dating.
Right.
So anyway, I decide like, oh man, this is too much, and I decide to break it off. We hadn't been seeing each other that long. I did it with a text, which you shouldn't do.
Yeah.
But I did. And what are you gonna do? Am I gonna go to jail? I'm sorry, I won't do it again. People get really mad when you talk about breaking up with people over text. Is it that bad?
It's not great. It's whatever. It's not great.
Mhm.
Here's the people who get mad at it. Also, everyone does it now. It's an unfortunate symptom of like dating in the fucking in the online dating
Yeah,
world
yeah.
or whatever.
So anyway, I think it was like I just wasn't texting her back, and then she's like, "Are you gonna break up with me?" Which like then you twist my arm. What am I gonna do? So anyway, I'm like yeah, and so I'm drinking. I'm like pretty drunk at this point. So I'm like texting, and she's like, why? And I'm like explaining myself. We keep going back and forth. I'm just like pretty loaded. And I put my phone down, and you know how when you're drunk, you like forget what you were doing?
Yeah.
I forget what I was doing. And my buddy Juan Carlos, he comes out and he's like, hey, you want to smoke some weed? And I'm like, yeah, because I had run out of beer. So I smoke weed, and I get really high. And then I'm like, wasn't I doing something on my phone? What was I doing?
God.
And then I go back to my phone, and I look at it, and it's like all these texts from her. And then just like, I like, I like Hitchcock zoom in on the phone. I'm just like, oh, no. So
That's not good.
I just I felt a physical coating of anxiety flow over my body. Like it felt like the old Capri Sun commercials where like the silver like shit would like cover you.
Well, yeah, what is it? You're turning into Capri Sun or something?
Yeah. I felt
Basically.
like a physical anxiety flowing over my skin, and I just laid down on the ground and made a big cocoon of blankets. And during this, my roommate was like in the bathroom, so he comes out. We were having a great time joking around,
This sounds
music
like
playing.
This sounds like
cigarettes.
some fucking Johnny Sun ass self care.
Yeah.
It sounds like
And then he goes to the bathroom for like 2 minutes, and he comes out, and I'm just in a cocoon.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, it's fucked. I fucked it. It's all bad." And he just like puts on, he like grabs the remote, and he just puts on Friends like on Netflix, and he's like, "See, it's Friends."
this is some Lin-Manuel Miranda Johnny Sun ass self care.
But I didn't even watch the Friends. I didn't want to watch it, so I just laid there in the cocoon, just like like phone on the other side of the room, like my enemy. And then I fell asleep there, and then I woke up, and it was like a work night. I was like, I had to go to work.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I used to get really drunk on work nights.
Yeah. You used to get really drunk all the time.
It wasn't all the time. It was like 3 to 4 nights a week.
Oh, then you weren't an alcoholic.
No, but every time I would black out.
No, that's not what an alcoholic is.
I don't think you're right.
Yeah, Brendan, you're not. So, as I suspected, you were exaggerating. You. It's a tall tale.
All right, you're right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna drink again.
you like the attention.
What attention?
You like the attention. I'm an alcoholic. People go, "Oh, we're sorry." You love that.
That's
You
not
didn't
what I
know how
like.
to- you didn't know how to get the attention, so you bought lifts, and you said you were an alcoholic to appear mysterious. It's the oldest trick in the book.
No, I'll give you the lifts. The lifts.
All right,
that's about time.
Let
We're
me
gonna
make
go-
a
yeah.
baby leader on in peace. Only time I give a fuck is for my own release. That's why I own these streets. Straight up portfolio showing growth. Fuck a pay cut. Yeah, you know I stay slut. Catch me in the spot looping up for the self suck. Oh fuck, I busted already. I'm coming bucket so heavy. My dream of cream coming steady. Now my mouth open, I'm ready. I'm talking solo heavy petting on a Friday night. That talking bashing the bishop more like Nantucket's delight. I'm taking all the time I need to do it just right.